Are you thinking about moving to Mesa, Arizona, and water and schools and all kinds of things are on your mind and you just don't know what to do? Well, let's talk about it today. Hi, I'm Melissa Bailey. I'm a Mesa native and I'm your East Valley area expert. And I want to talk to you about what's really going on with these things that the media and the news seems to splash all over the place and make you think that they are dire and there's no plan and no real ideas for what's going on in the valley. So I've helped hundreds of people relocate to Arizona, and I've noticed that a lot of people are always asking what the heat is like and what moving here actually looks like. And each time, those really aren't the most important factors that we want to think about. The housing market is always moving. You know, it's like Glenda Baker says, houses sell 365 days of the year, and the nice ones sell twice on Sunday. So I want to talk to you about what you should really be concerned about if you're thinking of moving here. So big factors that have been all over the place and that could impact your daily life and your finances and your peace of mind are waters and schools. So let's talk about what that really looks like, because both of those may have ideas in your mind about what you've heard, but let's talk about what that really looks like and what costs families money. So the elephant in the room is that we are in the desert, and the desert has water issues. So let's talk about the reality check. We have the Salt River and Saguaro Lake, and those are fed by the Central Arizona Project. So when you think of that, you don't even know what that means. The Central Arizona Project is a series of canals that waters go into and feeds the local areas. Everybody says we're running out of water, and I understand why that would be scary for people and why they would worry about it. But as a native and living here my whole life, I know that we have a plan for it. I'm someone who started my role in government, and so I pay attention to what's going on. So when they say that the Colorado River is running low, everyone freaks out because they think that's the only place we get our water from. Yes, we get part of our water from that. And when new buildings and areas are going up, they are required to provide a 100-year water plan to the government entity where they're building. It's Mesa, if it's Gilbert, they go through Gilbert Water Resources. We also have an Arizona Water Resources area. And the first thing that surprises most people is that Mesa's water doesn't just come from one place. We have a whole portfolio of water, and we are one of the best situated areas. So we've got the Central Arizona Canal Project, and that comes from the Colorado River. Yes, it's seeing a tier 1 shortage, and there are reductions this year, but there are places like San Diego that did a memorandum of understanding with us because they have a desalination project going on that's working there. And so they're giving us back some of their water. So imagine if you're looking at two different neighborhoods in Mesa. One is established, the other is a new community, and they're just getting up and going. So something that could apply is the water infrastructure. They're going to be different under those two neighborhoods, and who supplies that water can actually be completely different and impact your monthly utility bills. Our water system works the way it does because it's planned well. When I started researching into the infrastructure and learning more about the water and how it works, I was so surprised to know that the city recycles every single drop. And they've just created new infrastructure in our area. About 5 minutes away from my house is a new reclamation plant. And that water is being reclaimed every day, 100%. It's so exciting. So I want to share a quick story about a couple I helped relocate from California. And Californians have plenty of water, and they're completely set on a beautiful home with a lush green lawn in a classic Mesa neighborhood. And during the inspections, they were incredibly stressed out about the water situation. We requested the water bills from the current owner, and a lot of people think that water management is reactive, but as I mentioned, it's so proactive and well planned. So we can visit the city reclamation sites. I think we have 5 now. It's over 540,000 gallon aquifer that Mesa provides to the city, and it supplies different areas. So even if the river stopped flowing tomorrow, we would still have water in Mesa. We also have a pipeline exchange for recycled wastewater, and that goes out to local agricultural communities. So it's not going to be your drinking water, you're not going to get that, but it is clean, potable water that we're returning back to the land. So when people understand more about that, they see that the desert has been preparing for this shortage since the 1990s. And you can see the relief wash over my clients' faces. They bought the house, they skipped the high water use grass and put in some more xeriscape, desert-friendly landscape. And now they're completely happy and they have never looked back. So I'm always here to guide you and answer questions. The 2 sites that I've physically seen are the one at Ellsworth by my house and the one at Riverview. You can go visit those sites. The city of Mesa has a water department. You can call them and talk to their conservation department and learn more about the plans. I can also link their website in the comments below so you can reach out directly to them. So let's talk about schools now that we know that the water is under control. Mesa has a really unique system, and when you move into an area, you get paired with the school that's closest to you. But Arizona also has school choice. So if you can provide transportation for your kids and you want to go to schools that have a little bit higher rating, you can apply for a boundary exception and see if that school will take your child. In most states, your home address dictates exactly what school you have to send your kids to, and that's not the case here. If you're in a specific zip code and you want to go to a different high school, you just have to put in for it, and unrestricted open enrollment is what it's called. We have a network of public and charter schools, and we have a choice program like the Empowerment Scholarship, the accounting programs, ESA. Mesa has EVIT that has trades. They're everything from cosmetology to medical. One of my cousins just got her MA to be a medical assistant through that program. They have welding, all kinds of trades that you can send your kids to, and then they're getting out into the world prepared. Mesa Public Schools is actually the largest district in the state. They have everything you need. They have traditional neighborhood schools to specialize STEM and accelerated programs that are great for college preparation. They have Franklin Academies. And then just remember, you happen to live in Mesa, you can go to Mesa Public Schools and you can discuss open enrollment with them. You can talk to them about what the best choice for your family might be. Make sure that you know what the deadlines are and if those schools are at capacity. I worked with a family that bought a gorgeous home in East Mesa specifically because they fell in love with a specialized junior high school. It was about 15 minutes away. They assumed that because they lived in Mesa, enrollment would be automatic. That's not the case. You have to apply for it because you're outside the school boundaries and the neighborhood that's associated with it. They have open enrollment. And so then by the time their home closed, the school had already filled up and they weren't able to go to that. So another thing that you could look at, I've had a lot of clients do, is go to the American Leadership Academy or go to Spacious. Those are charter schools with extremely high ratings. And then you can start this school year fresh and see which school is going to be best for your child's needs, because we have so many options here in Mesa. And make sure that you've got the transportation covered, because pickup and drop off could be a very big thing. And you can see why so many buyers think about, oh my gosh, we find the perfect house, but are we going to have the right school? And having school options is going to be great for you. You may want to apply to more than one, because if one is filled up, that open enrollment is going to take precedent. But the good news is that we have so many great schools in this area. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad I was able to cover the elephant in the room for you today and talk about water and how it's not as big of an issue as everybody makes it out to be, and to discuss the school choice and how Arizona is different. And I love being a Mesa resident. I'm a Mesa native. I've been here. If you'd like to call and schedule a consultation, you can call or text and I will get right back to you. I'd love to discuss what areas work best for your family and why Mesa could be the right fit for you. Thank you for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe.